So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Hello Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, there's a real familiarity about these scenes here. The followers of one of the most formidable teams in the history of football, ensuring that, yet again, this will be an occasion for the game's ultimate glitterati. And as you can see, we've already started here. Jim, how are you reading the formation?
Yes, and the importance of this formation is not to allow the midfield three and the attacking three to become too detached from one another. If that happens, then pressure can quickly be applied via the counter-attack, and you can be exposed defensively. So compactness can't be compromised, and you need talkers in this team. You need leaders and people that are willing to organise things very quickly.
Lukaku unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Rashford receives it in a... And the finish! Had a swing, but it wasn't to be.
Well, that was inventive and speculative, but the thought process was a little slicker than the attempt.
Now it's Lukaku. And it's De Jong. Rafinha! Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. That's been slipped through. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Kevin De Bruyne. He's just one of the best strikers of the ball you'll ever see, and that applies just as much to his passing game as it does to his shooting prowess. He generally likes to keep things simple, taking as few touches as possible, but making every one of them count. I've got a feeling he's going to be a real handful for the opposition here.
Yeah, I'd have picked him to... Chance, surely! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
I thought he did so well to exploit the space that was afforded to him then. Deserved more.
Oh, perfectly measured that. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Lobotka, lovely pass, but can he get there? And the pass is intercepted, and he welcomes it in.
Oh, he's been flattened there.
Yeah, he's fouled him there. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Well read, nice interception. De Jong. Now it's Rashford. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? He's onside! Now the ball in. Oh, it just wouldn't sit for him.
Yeah, quick thinking and the right choice for me, but that was difficult to get right.
And he's made sure that's not getting through. Still goalless at the moment. Gilmore. Hoyland. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Whistle's gone, that's foul. And it's Lukaku. Tries to play it through. Hoisted in. And that has been cleared. Rashford going full steam ahead down the left flank. De Bruyne. And here's Lukaku. Koundé gets it away. Crunching tackle. Oh, this is a great position. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. And that's another throw. Ramani.
Barcelona have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Rafinha gets flagged offside. It's a pretty loose pass. Great vision. Balde cuts it out. Rashford. And Balde, can he get it through? And he cuts out the supply. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Now it's Lukaku. Pau Kubasi gets across to intercept that. Oh no, this does not look good. Araujo with the clearance. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now it's McTominay. Now that's well seen too. Played out to the left flank. Ramani cuts out the pass. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And the whistle goes for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. Whistle goes, and we start the second half. 0-0. And we're at the halfway point. Now, can they get him away? That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Can he get on the end of this? And he's worked it through. Balde gets over and intercepts, and it's lofted through here.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
And here's Lukaku. He's being urged to shoot. And he's taking no chances there. McTominay. Now this could be a chance. It's Lukaku! He's scored! And that is the goal we've all been yearning for. There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
So we've reached the hour mark. Nice looking ball. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
Barcelona really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Goes for a shot! Stood up well to him there. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Driving on and making good progress. And he's just misjudged that one. And it's De Jong. Oh, well played, well played. Højlund receives it in a good position here. Now it's Lewandowski. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And that is as far as they're going to go. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got. I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 6, el dorsal 20.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Dani Olmo tries a cross and claimed it back swiftly. Aims beyond the defence.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing without penetration. They're just stuck in a rut.
Hangs in a cross. Anguissa with the clearance. The ball has bounced loose now.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
He gets big! It's there! And this is getting better and better. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Danny Olmo! That has been knocked clear. Spinazzola. Now it's Højlund. Now it's Lukaku. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcomed all round. Højlund taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hi, Peter. It's great to be here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Romelu Lukaku, his physical characteristics are very impressive. They're always likely to attract the most attention, of course, but for me, it's not just that he's big and he's quick, it's his willingness to go direct with the ball at his feet, to take his man on, be brave and just head for goal. That's what makes him quite lethal.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. No, that's been intercepted. Pressing high and with purpose. Araujo. And they can counter here. And this is Lukaku. Balde makes the interception. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Spread it left. Now it's Rafinha. He is through here. Cross needs to be good. Shot, surely! Goal! Barcelona! There is the breakthrough. That is a super smooth goal. Beautiful manoeuvring of the ball and splendid authority in the finish.
You know, the chest control was a really wise move. That created the route to goal.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And it's Pedri. Oh, he's been caught. Can he finish? No mistake. And they're at it again in double quick time. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
It's come to nothing. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
He's found a way through.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Climbs up big!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Elmas. Now it's Lewandowski. And the pass is intercepted. Tries to pass it through.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
It's a clear foul, and the referee's got a decision to make. The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. Koundé has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Corner number 2 then. It's a mighty effort! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
De Bruyne. Aimed beyond the defence. Well, that's well spotted. He's had it taken off him. That is ended up in no man's land. Ter Stegen sends that a long way. Oh, good spread. He's in space and looking for options. That'll be a throw. And here's Yamal. Crosses it in. Defending of the desperate variety. Lukaku. So what can they make of this? He might be in here! Now it's Højlund. Højlund is alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Koundé cuts it out. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Yamal. He's got away. Takes aim and crossing. Can he finish? And he's there to get it away. Now it's Hoyland. He's a sharp little ball here. And he's forced to go back. Half-time getting close now. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Intercepts the throw, that's well read. And this is Lukaku. De Bruyne looking to get on the end of this. He has found the way through. De Jong attempts a clearance. So, third corner of the game. Oh, it's terribly wayward. And there isn't a whole lot anyone can do with that corner.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
That is good alertness. And that pass just didn't quite work. Oliveira. Gilmore. Nicely weighted ball. Yamal receives it in a good position. A header! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are pulling... And the first half is done. But I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kick-off.
Il proprietario dell'auto blu parcheggiata davanti ai cancelli è invitato a spostarla, altrimenti sarà rimossa.
And the action is back on the way.
Well, things just haven't quite clicked, Peter, have they? They're behind and they deserve to be, but they've had a chance to regroup now, so we'll see how they come out at the start of the second half.
McTominay. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Pedri. Well, they could break here. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Tries a deft little ball. Barcelona needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Now the cross. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. That's a lovely, neat pass. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, that's well spotted.
Barcelona clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Big chance, must be! Oh, that's a super piece of goalkeeping.
He stood his ground brilliantly until he actually needed to act, and everything he did there was spot on.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Rafinha, who does have an assist to his name. Ramani kept his eye on it, and he's there. Passing is crisp and sharp. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Well, that pass isn't the best. And That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. And that could set him on his way.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
And he's worked it through. Gavi.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Spread neatly. Rafinha gets into a good position. De Bruyne. Now it's Lukaku. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 11, numero 20. Lasciano il campo per il numero 7. Il
he's
numero
felt that, hasn't
37.
he?
Attenzione, è un cambio.
Kubasi. Now it's Lukaku. The ball is loose and the chase is on. He's in a great position here. Oh, and the shot! Oh, taken with style. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? Now, who's going to be first to this?
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Caught offside that time. Oh no, he's got that wrong. Ramani is onto this, looking for the run. Pass somewhat off target. Ramani looking to play him in. Now who's going to be first to this? Played out to the right. And he shoots! And he hits the net! Back within one! They have them in their sights again! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 13.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Lasciano il campo per
This is threatening to become a really good game.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Shoots! It's in! Do not write them off! Back they come! come! It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Barcelona really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
This has become one superb game of football.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it. You can never be short of runners into space.
Decent chance! Oh, what about that? And that may just do it! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
4 added minutes on the board. Knocks it into space, and he's in on goal. Takes a shot! It's there! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic...
He's had a shot! It's in! A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look of it.
And we're done. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. David Neres, very much the hat-trick hero. What an extraordinary game he had. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything